Keep those hands clapping and welcome to the stage. Your next act is hilarious. It's Anthony Locascio!
What's up? Hello? Hello? Oh my goodness, I love you. I just like to say, I mean, you've joined us for comedy on a Friday night, so I like to generally say I love you to audiences off the bat, because why not? I mean, I didn't really hear that phrase much growing up. Because my mum's Greek, okay? Relax. My mum's Greek, so she always said I love you kind of funny. You know, she always said it kind of funny. She said it like, she would always say it like, you will never live up to your potential. Isn't that so sweet, ma'am? Have you heard anything so sweet? My mum's Greek, my dad is Italian. Are any of my people in the room, any Greeks or Italians? See, by not yelling out and by doing it by a show of hands, I would assume you're a fraud, to be honest. We're quite loud people, but I didn't know you were here because I smelt Lynx Africa on my way in, so I knew that some of my people were here. Now, I have to tell you, it was very hard growing up being half Greek, half Italian, folks, because none of the tribes, they're very territorial groups of people, and they never really accepted me as one of the group. I was always treated as a half-caste, you know, as a mutt, you know, as a filthy mudblood, you know. That's how you're looking at me as well right now, ma'am. I understand. Which is fine. It's fine. It was just like, it was just a hard time to grow up. You know, the Italians would always call me Greco. Greeks would always call me when they needed money. It was hard out there for a pimp, folks. And then, of course, being of these two ethnicities, as a teenager, I was, what's the word? Fat. I was fat as fuck, ladies and gentlemen. I was 97 kilos when I was 17 years old. 97 kilos at 17 years old. None of that was muscle. It was almost exclusively original recipe chicken. I pretty much lived at KFC when I was a teenager, guys. My parents got divorced when I was 13, and the Colonel got full custody. I appreciate you validating that joke, actually. I really do, because a lot of my friends recently have been saying to me, hey, bro, stop doing that joke. We don't like it. It's a bit dark. No one wants to hear about your parents' divorce. Stop doing that joke. But I think we can all agree, that joke, zinger. Yeah. I just got engaged. Let me tell you, the young men in the audience, let me tell you something. When you get engaged, that's not when your relationship dynamic changes. It does nothing. When your relationship dynamic will change when you move in together. You got to try before you buy, brother. All right, keep it. Yeah. My partner moved in with me 2 years ago, and guys, she just took over. With some things I was given a choice. Like she said to me, hey, you're welcome to keep all of your Batman merchandise, or you're welcome to keep having sex with me. Doesn't bother me either way, you just choose, okay? But with the bathroom, she just claimed. The bathroom, she just took over because my partner's an artist, right? She's converted the bathroom into her studio. It's really cool. Yeah, she makes these amazing, like, abstract, kind of amorphous figurines out of her hair. And she puts them on display all over what was previously the bathroom. It's very cool. She's planning to enter her oldest piece into the Archibald next year. We're very excited. It's called The Clog. It's what's turned my shower into this kind of water Houdini death trap. It's very cool. And the idea behind The Clog is obviously it's art, and it's very kind of deep. It's that there's only so much hair product, like shampoo and conditioner, that you can consume and put into your hair before your hair consumes you. That's the idea there. I used to be a sports coach. I used to coach soccer at my old school, and working with kids sucks balls. Working with kids is the fucking worst, man. We got any teachers in the room? Any teachers? Yell out. Any teachers? Hi. Who are you? Yeah, you. You're a teacher?
Yeah, I'm a teacher.
What's your name?
Paige.
Paige. And what do you teach?
Primary.
Primary. Nice, Paige. Do we have any real teachers in the room? Any? No, I'm mucking around, Paige. I'm mucking around. Actually, do you know, a round of applause for Paige. Round of applause because listen, what people like Paige do, they don't get enough. The teachers don't get enough respect. They don't get enough money. They don't get enough anything. What people like Paige do for 2/3 of the year. Big respect, you understand? And I understand. I feel it to my heart because I was a coach, and it was hard being a coach, especially because with working with kids, Paige, like there's obviously so much red tape when it comes to working with schools. Like you can't do anything. Me and the coaches had to sit down at the start of the semester for this induction, and the induction was basically 2 hours of don't be a pedophile. Sorry to point to you, bro. Which you'd think would be easy enough, right? But there's a lot of things, a lot of behaviours that can be misconstrued as inappropriate. Like I wasn't allowed to give high fives. I wasn't allowed to give fist bumps. I wasn't allowed to touch any of the boys on the shoulder. I was even forbidden from giving, quote, an appraisal of a boy's personality to a third-party mutual acquaintance. So with all these rules and regulations, it became very hard to know how to communicate with some of these hot pieces of arse. It was hard, man. This was a school that I went to. It was a selective school, and I went to school 14 years ago, and I went to school with a lot of white boys. Okay, a lot of white boys. And I know what you're thinking of white, but like white. You know what I mean when I say white boys? I mean like slip slop slappers. You know. Like McLeod's daughter's offcuts, you understand? Like that's what I'm talking. Like white, like sourdough white boys, right? And there was a lot of sourdough white. And in the mid-2000s, it was a very weird time for interracial relations because there was this show on television. It was very popular in the mid-2000s. You might have heard of it. It's called Fat Pizza. Fat Pizza was about a multicultural group of pizza delivery boys, and they had one of everything, guys. They had a Maltese guy, they had a Turkish guy, they had a Maori, they had an Asian guy, but despite all of this ethnic diversity, all of the characters wore a red hat, a full black tracksuit. Whenever something vaguely surprising happened to any of the characters, they were all scripted to respond in the same way. It was, oh my God! It's because of this show, some very confused bullies that I went to school with just naturally assumed that anybody with a slightly darker skin tone than them was automatically Lebanese. I've been told I have olive skin, which is the most racist shit I've ever heard in my life. You can't just not recognize my skin tone and equate it to a staple of my people's diet. You don't see me up here bragging about my partner's nasi goreng skin. But they thought I was a Lebo, right? I'd cross the playground and they'd come out of nowhere. They'd be like, where's your falafel, bro? Where's your fucking falafel? And not only is that not nice, but it's inaccurate racism. And the problem with inaccurate racism, guys, is that you can't really get the shits at inaccurate racism without being a little bit racist yourself. Like, I couldn't turn around to these kids and be like, hey, I'm not a fucking Lebo, don't call me a fucking Lebo, because obviously there's nothing wrong with being Lebanese. But I'm just saying, like I said, this was a selective school. These were smart kids. They should have known. There were no Lebos at our school. We had an entrance exam. Thanks for being cool with that one, though. Well, because okay, first of all, it's a risky demographic to go after in the first place, but oftentimes I'll do this particular material at like clubs and stuff, and people get offended by it. People will get offended by the show, and it's never Lebanese people that get offended by it. I promise you. I promise. I swear. I swear, Allah. I swear. It's never Lebanese people that get offended by it. It's always that wonderful group of people who feel the need to get offended on behalf of demographics of groups that they don't belong to, right? They're just the best people in the world. You look like one. The best people in the world. The best people in the world, right? The best. I promise you. I'm Italian and Greek. I had heaps of Lebo friends, and they all love that joke. They all absolutely love that joke. They don't get it. But they like to be mentioned. Guys, I've got a show at Manning Bar in a couple of hours. If you feel like more comedy later, come and see it. It's nice. You will like it. Thank you so much. Get home safe. See you later.
Keep it going for Lebanon's greatest export, Anthony Locascio.